at the end of the day, as an athlete, the criticism you take, how does that affect you, right? So first of all, like somebody says something about you, if you don't respect them, that I laugh. Like if you don't have respect for somebody that says something bad about you, then what do you give a care? Go out and do your job. If it's somebody that you respect, then do a self-evaluation and look at what's going on.
Well, see, D-Mac, like
you can't get personal, like Joique said. If you're in the heat of it, I mean, dude, people want to engage all the time in negativity. It's whether you decide to or not. But his play on the field proved his value and his assets. So you don't have time as an athlete to get in your feelings, or if you do, then to the point that if it bothers you so much, call the person out. And have that conversation. So be accountable. Wipe your slate. You don't need to be dragging that around.
You know what? I think he did what he needed to do. I think he knew all of this negativity going into the game, and used that for fuel during the game. Oh, you guys think I can't play? You think I don't have it? Okay, let's go see. And he went out there and he proved it. That's what you need to do week in, week out. Now, if you're not using that for fuel, then what are you using it for? Right, what are you using it for? Like, just keep it in the back of your head.
When he says the things, then if he doesn't say anything, we don't bring it up. Now he puts media in there, we got to bring it up. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Look at the guys in your locker room around. If you're worried about a media member saying something that, like, a teammate said or something, like this is in the room. So he should know that it seems like the room's got his back. Yeah. That's all that matters.
You know, and this is the epitome of Detroit versus everybody. Just we keep it in the locker room. We talk to one another, and you know, it was one play when I came in. I think a coach. I was a rookie, and the coach said something to me. I like, you know, man, as long as my teammates and everybody, you know, got my back, I'm good. He looked at me and said, "You believe in that?" He said, "You really, you got to work hard, get yours, and get out of here." Like, I'm not going to say who that player was. You kind of. But if I tell you it was my rookie year, it was on the first team that I was on. Now I'll let you guys put two and two together.
you could probably retrace the step.
Yeah, you can retrace the step. But no, that was kind of funny to me. But I've always been a firm believer, like, you know, everything that happens in-house stays in-house. It doesn't go outside of the locker room. And so for me, like I said, for Taylor Decker, just look to your teammates, keep everything within, and understand that the media are getting paid to go out here and write these negative comments or say these negative things. But understand, like, you're top 12. Last year you finished top 12. How many tackles, how many of those writers have finished top 12 in the NFL, let alone their own profession?
Well, my thing with it, Joique, is even this, like when I signed the contract to come here to do this job, every word I say, 20% of people they're not going to like it. Especially if you're a Michigan fan, chances are you're probably not going to like it. So they'll say things and stuff like that. But what I can't understand for Taylor Decker is, you know, people will say, "Neil, you're stupid," or "You have dumb takes," or "Neil, I agree with you," or whatever. But you know what, man? At the end of the day, Joique, when the show's over, I'm going to take the headphones out. I'm going to go record my DraftKings bit that I have to do.
You're going to get in your car
and then I'm going to get my car and I'm going to go home, man. And, like, tomorrow we're going to do it all over. It's like every other job. And that's what I don't get about Taylor Decker, who's been in this position more often in his life than he hasn't been. You know, just in terms of playing at Ohio State and being in the forefront and stuff like that. I'm not saying, hey, you signed up for this when you signed the contract. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying you have to take it into account. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to account for it, and you can't let it let it bother you like that, man.
Listen. Like, he's still human. He still has.
And I get that.
Yeah, he still has. And so for us to sit here and say, "Oh, you can take it because you're getting all this money,"
no, and it's not that.
And you play ball, and you know you're used to it. You don't get used to people talking
you know what
negative.
It is? When you sit in an organization or a locker room that has won, that you know what it takes to win, meaning that you look right, you look left, and you know at the end of the day when you've been through that battle, good, bad, or indifferent, right? There's a different level where you realize at the end of the day to get there, it's all about the people in the room and the organization to climb that hill, because you know what? How many times it's all the naysayers. So in saying that, how would they know in that organization any different? Because they don't win. So they don't know not to. They don't know
I
not
agree.
to stop.
I don't agree.
They don't know how. Okay, let me finish. They don't know how to block out the noise. They don't know how to not go to this and that. They can be upset, but when you're upset, you go to your leaders and that, but it never comes out. Who did it come out through our team? Scotty Bowman, the coach, whatever like that. You never got in because it was always no matter what. I said then that's all I'm saying. I'm throwing something out, trying to show you the mentality of a locker room that I've been in. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's not. I don't know. The fact is, you shouldn't fuel the fire because anytime you come out and say the media this, the media that as an athlete, you're just going to drum up kerosene and fire and whatever else. I'm just saying, in a winning organization, ours, because of the veteran leadership and stuff like that, you want to say something and you don't. You're not allowed. Somebody else will vent it, or it comes from the top.
Well, he came in his first year. He won his first year. Now coming in, went to the playoffs.
What? He went. Well, that's not winning, Joique.
Huh?
He went to the playoffs. He didn't win a playoff game. He hasn't won a championship. I'm talking championships.
You didn't say championship. You said win.
I'm talking winning championships.
I will say win championships.
I'm part of the locker room that won 4
You got to say
locker
win
room
championships. Then you got to.
I'm just saying, you got
be
somebody that's worried about winning games instead of worried about some media guy being mad at you. It's a freaking joke. And until that attitude changes, what, you made the playoffs? Congratulations. I made the playoffs every year of my career.
That's
what does that matter? All that matters is the cups. I'm just saying, it's the attitude. It's such BS to what's important.
This is what's in his head.
So right,
hold on, let me tell you what's in his head.
It shows you how mentally soft it is in that locker room. Because that's a leader, and he's showing you. If Taylor Decker's your leader, and he's showing you what bothers him, outside noise, right? He should come back and say, "Yeah, I heard the noise. Don't matter. It's about us."
He did. He came back and he played well. What else can he do?
He played well, and then he shot his mouth off. He needs to play and shut it up if he wants it to go away.
What?
If he wants it not to go away, and he wants the media, which if I'm sitting here like this, I'm giving you my perspective.
Listen, he can say what he wants to say
from champions. Okay, when I say winning, I mean championship.
Not
a playoff game, not making the Joique. That is.
Hold on. I'm just saying, what can he do? What can he do? What can he do?
Shut up and play.
He don't got to shut up and play.
Spoke for himself.
His
play
he can say what he want to say. He is a grown man. He is a grown man. He can say what he say, and he bagged it up. He bagged it up. He went out there.
Did he say that before or after? Hello, anybody?
He said it after the game.
After the game.
When they interviewed him.
I get it. He's allowed to say whatever he said. What I'm trying to show you is that the winning mentality needs to be built in that locker room because they're worried about. I don't care what he says. If that's his motivation, the way he plays, but he's going to hear it back. And if he's worried about obviously that motivation helps Taylor Decker, right? Right?
Yes, it does.
So there it is. So we're going to talk about it. It doesn't bother me. Go win a game. It's not about him. It's about the organization. I mean, it's all about the attitude in the locker room. And what he's don't ever say that again. He's allowed to talk because he made the playoffs. He won.
No. What I'm saying is
anything.
What I'm saying is, you said he came to an organization that hasn't won, and I said, well, they won some games and went to the playoffs. You said, well, they didn't win a championship. All I said,
winning to me is championships, George. Stop winning a freaking playoff game. I'm sorry that it's different.
No. What I'm saying is, we'll just say he won championships. That's it. But
no, because it's about the process.
No, I'm not saying you're wrong.
I hope this continues to help and if he brings it out every day and then it starts to win, that's fine. Taylor, if you need the Coast Machete, I'll bring it over to your house. It's you be you, bro. That's the whole thing. But I'm showing you the difference in the mentality. But you too, if you want. You know it's lights. You know it's knives. It's everything. CoastPortland.com. You can use WSN20 for 20% off.